Magic.
Welcome to Food Magic. This is the place where we learn about the vegetables we plant, the animals we breed, the food we produce, how it's all processed, but best of all, how to eat it. I'm Nadia Heng, this is Food Magic, and of course, this is where the magic of food happens. Today, I'm going to throw the limelight on this tiny little green round fruit that has so much to give. It is the lime. Limes are an integral part of Asian cooking. They add a burst of flavor and a punch of vitamin C. And if you're thinking they actually look a lot similar to lemons, you happen to be right because they come from the same big family as lemons, oranges, and pomelos. The difference is that they're a lot smaller and they also have this vibrant green outer layer. There are three different types of limes. First of all, you've got the key lime, also known as limau nipis. You've got the Persian lime, which certainly sounds very exotic. And finally, you also have the Kafir lime, known as limau purut. There we go. All three of them look remarkably similar. And if you're thinking, well, there's the word nipis and purut, surely they're good for a detox, you're right.
No one really knows where limes first grew, but research shows that it was most likely in Southeast Asia. Lime trees thrive in hot weather and grow all year round in tropical and subtropical climates like Tahiti, Mexico, Spain, India, and of course, Malaysia. Limes are a highly aromatic fruit and used to flavor food and drinks. It has less citric acid than lemon, but 5 times more than an orange. During the 19th century, British sailors used to take lemons to stop getting scurvy, an illness resulting from the serious lack of vitamin C in their bodies from fruit and vegetables on their long voyages. Lemons got too expensive, so they started taking the cheaper version, limes, instead. And this is why the British are sometimes known as limeys.
Lime and lime extracts like the peel, the oils, and the leaves are often found in things like cakes, marmalade, perfume, aromatherapy, cleaning products, and one of my favorites, hair products as well. In fact, I was going to rope in a friend to join in this little experiment of using lime tonic to see if it actually stimulates hair growth. It's time to get cooking. So what we have here is, we're gonna start off with the garnish. We've got some fresh coriander, some limes. Over here we've got garlic, an onion, we've got some lime juice, some chili powder, some ginger, some chopped garlic, very important, honey, soy sauce, and of course our lime zest and some salmon. So once you've got all these in order, it's time to get cracking. Now I'm going to start off with drizzling a little bit of olive oil on our tray. And we're just going to put this aside just for a moment. Now remember, it's also crucial that you preheat your oven as well. So while that's preheating, we're going to prep our marinade. So for this marinade, it's going to be a gorgeous, luscious mix of colors. I'm going to first of all add in our garlic. So let's put in half of this. Let's not get too crazy. Half the ginger. I mean, of course, unless that's your thing, then by all means go for it. We're going to add the honey. And then we're going to add in about half of the soy sauce. And once we've done that, we're going to add in all of our lime zest. A little sprinkle of chili powder. should be more than enough. Lime juice as well. Just give it a good old mix. Now that looks already very promising. And now comes the fun part. We're going to marinate the salmon. So put it in just for a moment and then turn it over. And that's it. How easy is that? Transfer it with your skin side down and then just continue the process. Chop our onion in half, or we're going to quarter it rather. We don't want them too big so they don't take forever to cook. So we're just going to quarter it, add them on the sides. And then we're also going to cut our garlic in half and add that to the tray as well. Place it this way around. All right, almost there. Now we're just going to add a bit of salt and pepper. And finally, let's not waste this marinade, this gorgeous color. And before we pop it in the oven, we're just going to add some sliced lime. All right, so there you go. It's nicely marinated and ready for the oven, and already it looks so tempting. This is very important though. You've got to pop it in the oven for between 20 to 30 minutes. It really depends on how reliable your oven is. So I highly recommend after about 20 minutes, keep your eye on the salmon. Once it's cooked, take it out. You don't want to overcook it. I am now going to prop my legs up and have a nice little read. It's done. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Did you take a whiff of that? You can already smell the sort of sweet, sour tanginess to it. And of course, with all the blend of the onions and the garlic and the lime, it's going to be beautiful. And if you want to add to the aesthetics, it always helps if you have some fresh herbs handy. So I've got some thyme right here. I'm just going to add to it. For a little bit of color, we've chopped up some green chilies. And for some redness, I mean, it really depends what vegetables you've got at home. And there you have it. That looks absolutely amazing. And I'm going to take full advantage of this moment and give it a little try. Ooh. Get some of that sauce. It's wonderful. A little bit salty with the honey mixed with the citrusy taste of the lime. It is divine. A really nice, delightful, light dinner, and it's so quick and easy to make. So make sure you stay tuned for more on limes coming up after the break. again. Well, now that we've learned about the key lime, the Kafir lime, and the Persian lime, did you know that there's a lime that's not particularly known internationally? It is called the Calamondin, Calamansi, or in Malaysia we call it Limau Kasturi. It is a hybrid, a crossover between a mandarin orange and a kumquat, and it produces this amazing tarty sour flavor, which is probably the reason why it has become so popular in Southeast Asian cuisine.
We met some farmers in Sungai Buloh where they grew all sorts of limes, even other members in the citrus family, such as kumquats. Trees can grow up to about 7 meters or 20 feet tall. Plants are susceptible to scab, aphids, and spider mites, but survive well despite this. Most lime trees can live up to 10 years, but some varieties can live up to 100. Leaves are evergreen, with dark glossy leaves and the white fragrant flowers that are star-shaped. Flowers are both male and female, and so they don't need to be cross-fertilized. Its fruits are light yellow-green to dark green and can be between 5 to 10 centimeters in size.
Calamansi juice. It is the perfect, refreshing drink on a hot day. A little bit of crushed ice, asam boy, So on the other end of the spectrum, you have this strange-looking knobbly Kafir lime, also known as limau purut. This is a very dry fruit. In fact, it doesn't have much juice at all. However, ding, ding, ding. This is it. The Kafir lime leaves, they're aromatic and they're used very generously in Asian cooking and for medicinal purposes. Now, if you blend this leaf and put it in with some water, it makes for a great shampoo that helps to reduce hair loss. And it's also a great way to detoxify by making a soothing cup of tea. And finally, my favorite little solution is it also makes for a great dental hygiene practice. So if you do this, I'm pretty sure your dentist is going to be very proud of you.
Hi, I'm Chef Chan from King Street Cafe. So today we're going to do a lemon prawn linguine. First of all, we're going to introduce the ingredient. So we have the prawn here, a linguine pasta, lemon to start the show, garlic, seasoning. This is sun-dried tomato, mixed herb, chili flake, capers, and parsley. Right? So we're going to heat up the pan first, and then add in a little olive oil. Then we're going to add in the prawn heat to give it the fragrance of the seafood. You want to do this in a medium heat so you don't over fry the prawns and get the bitterness of it. Then we're going to add in the garlic. Make sure it's nice golden brown. So while it's browning, I'm going to heat up my pasta. Put in some mixed herb, capers, and a nice toss, and in a sun-dried tomato, chili flake, parsley, and the seasoning. So lastly, we're going to add in lemon to give it a slight zing to it. You will bring out the flavor of every ingredient. So I'm going to plate this first, then I'm going to cook the prawn with the remaining oil in the pan. So now we're going to garnish with the parsley and a side of lemon. So that's about it. So bon appetit, guys.
As you can see, limes have many qualities, with magnesium and potassium to help improve blood flow and reduce the risk of heart disease. We should certainly include lime in our food intake on a regular basis. However, like with every food product, remember to eat it in moderation, particularly citrus fruits like lime, lemons, and oranges. The high acid content of these fruits may have adverse effects, especially if you have a sensitive stomach or suffer from gastric or ulcers. Coming up, we'll be serving a delicious tangy dessert that's full of limey goodness after the break.
Now that we've finished our little history lesson on limes, quickly get a pen and paper ready because I'm going to show you how to make this soft, creamy, zesty, aromatic kaffir lime custard bowl. To make our kaffir lime custard, you're going to need some sugar, some heavy cream, lychees, which are going to use to be garnished, kaffir lime leaves, some zest of lime, and also very important, some lime juice. And start off with the heavy cream. Now this is just going to go in like that. And then going to add in our sugar. Just give it a little bit of a whisk. We're just going to shred the lime leaves. Don't make them too small. So make sure you stand over the flame. Don't neglect it. You need to make sure that it doesn't burn at the bottom. You don't want it to stick either. So just give it a gentle stir every now and then. So now that it's starting to boil, let's take it off. We're going to fish out. We're going to slowly fish them out. So let's add this in. You can already see it slowly start to thicken. Add in a little bit of lime zest. Give it another nice good stir. Don't forget to add a little bit of salt. Make sure you leave all the goodness, all that lime zest in there. Beautiful dessert. We're going to put this in the fridge for 3 hours, and that should give me enough time to get ready and prepare for when your guests arrive. 3 hours have come and gone. My house is sparkling clean. It's time for the finishing touches. So I've got here some lychee, which we're just going to quarter and then use it to garnish. And really, you could use anything, but this is also equally as refreshing as the lime. So I think it's going to make for the perfect combination. And that's it. It couldn't be any easier. And I think this makes for the perfect treat, especially after 3 hours of Marie Kondoing around my house. To the end of this episode about our little round green fruit that is very, very special to me. And why I say special is because it's unusual. You can't bite into it like an apple, but it has so many different ways that you can use to cook it with. Before I go, I thought I'd share something interesting I read about. It's a traditional dish found in the Yucatan state of Mexico. It's a lime soup. So if you ever get a chance to try it, let me know how it was. I'm Nadia Heng. This is Food Magic. I'll see you next time.